Today, we are decoding organizational energy. We're going to dig into the prana of productivity to really understand those silent, invisible currents that dictate exactly how we feel, how we collaborate, and ultimately how we perform at work.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Have you ever walked into an office, taken just one step through the front doors, and instantly felt this heavy weight drop right onto your shoulders? You haven't answered a single email, you haven't spoken to your boss, you honestly haven't even had your morning coffee yet, but you already feel exhausted. You can almost feel the thickness in the air. People might be typing away, the lights are on, but the vibe is just heavy. It's a very real, visceral, physical reaction to a space.
But then there's the flip side, right? Have you ever experienced places where the exact opposite is true? You walk in and the air just feels totally different. It practically crackles with possibility. People are genuinely engaged, conversations are flowing easily, and you instantly feel creative and alive. And the crazy thing is, the physical buildings might look exactly the same. Desks, computers, fluorescent lights, the whole shebang. But the feeling inside is worlds apart. So what exactly is creating this massive, invisible difference?
Well, what we're really talking about here is the invisible force of workplace culture. Every single workplace out there carries a distinct emotional and energetic environment. And no, this isn't about whether you have a ping pong table in the break room or a kombucha tap or free snacks in the kitchen. It is entirely shaped by people. It's shaped by how we communicate, the emotional baseline of the team, the habits we form, and the intention we bring to our interactions every single day. Culture is, quite literally, the invisible space between the people.
Now, we usually see this play out in one of two extremes. On one side, we have what we'll call heavy energy. Imagine an environment fueled by stress, fear, a culture of blame, unchecked egos, and just this constant, unrelenting pressure. It takes a massive emotional toll where everyone is basically just bracing for impact all day. On the flip side, we have joyful energy. And just to be super clear, this is not about toxic positivity where everyone pretends everything is perfect all the time. Not at all. It's grounded in real trust, clarity, gratitude, respect, and a shared purpose. It's life-giving. The contrast between these two energetic states is honestly the ultimate differentiator in modern business.
Let's ground this abstract idea into everyday reality for a second. You absolutely know you're dealing with heavy energy when you sit in a meeting room, a really critical problem is presented, and crickets. Complete silence. Employees stay quiet because the fear of speaking up, of being blamed or shot down completely outweighs the desire to solve the problem. Or think about a sales team hitting all their quarterly targets. They look great on paper, but they feel totally hollow and exhausted, just burning the midnight oil to survive the pressure. And maybe the most telling symptom of all, the new hire. A new employee walks in on day one and instantly senses the tension. They haven't even been fully onboarded yet. They don't know any of the office politics, but their radar is already pinging. The energy is just undeniable.
So here is the absolutely crucial point. You cannot buy your way out of heavy energy. We see this all the time in the corporate world, right? Companies try to compensate for a toxic, energy-draining environment by just throwing money at the problem. But why do people eventually walk away from those golden handcuffs? Because the invisible, emotional weight, the daily toll it takes on their mental and physical health, is just way too heavy to carry. A big paycheck simply cannot recharge an emotionally depleted battery.
Which brings us to a really fascinating concept from the philosophy of business yoga. It's called prana. Now, I know that might sound a little bit esoteric, but in the workplace, it is incredibly practical. Prana is the collective life force, or organizational energy. Think of it like a giant, invisible current flowing through an organization's people, its systems, and its culture. When the prana gets blocked by fear or stress, the organization gets sick. Communication breaks down, turnover spikes. But when the prana flows freely through trust and clear communication, the whole organization thrives.
And look, this is exactly why this matters to the bottom line. Human energy equals business performance. Full stop. For decades, the business world has been totally obsessed with productivity metrics, output, and efficiency tracking. But productivity alone just cannot sustain a healthy company culture. If you treat human beings like machines, just extracting output without ever nurturing the energetic input, the system will inevitably break down. Business performance isn't just about what your people do. It's inextricably linked to how your people feel while they're doing it.
Okay, so where is all this energy actually coming from? Well, a massive chunk of it comes straight from the top. Let's talk about the leadership ripple effect. Leaders basically act as the primary emotional thermostats for a company. Often completely unknowingly, a leader will influence the emotional atmosphere of the entire organization. Picture a manager who rushes into the office 15 minutes late, visibly stressed out, slams their laptop bag down, and barks a frustrated order. That erratic energy ripples outward instantly, putting the whole team on edge for the rest of the day. Conversely, a leader who brings calm, focus, and clarity will cast a completely different grounding ripple across their team.
Let's look at exactly how this energy transfers on a daily basis. It's not about those grand, sweeping annual speeches at corporate retreats. It happens in the micro moments. It's the tone set in the morning meeting. Is it a supportive kickoff that gets everyone aligned, or is it an anxiety interrogation that just makes everyone defensive? It's the style of daily emails and Slack messages. Are they demanding and blunt, or are they clear, respectful, and collaborative? And crucially, it's the culture of recognition. Do people actually feel seen for their hard work? These daily mechanics are the gears that either generate joyful prana or grind it down into that heavy energy.
To really hammer this home, think about the difference between a manager ignoring a small effort versus one who just takes 10 seconds to show appreciation. Ignoring efforts breeds apathy. If someone stays late to finish a presentation and it's met with absolute silence the next day, they're going to think, well, why should I even try if nobody notices? It creates deep stagnation. But taking a brief moment to just say, hey, I saw the extra work you put into that report last night. Thank you. That instantly transforms team morale. That tiny injection of gratitude is like a jolt of positive energy. It literally changes the chemical makeup of the room.
But hey, here is the absolute best part of all this. We are not victims of workplace energy. We are the creators of it. We can actively cultivate a conscious workplace. The most successful, innovative, and resilient organizations out there aren't just built on rigid systems and profit margins. They are built on a solid foundation of collective energy and consciousness. They realize that protecting the organization's prana is just as important, if not way more important, as protecting its financial assets.
So, how do we actually pull this off? How do we shift that heavy, soul-crushing vibe into an inspired, joyful workspace? The toolkit is actually pretty simple. It starts with practicing small daily actions, like that brief moment of appreciation we just talked about. It requires cultivating profound self-awareness, actively checking your own emotional state before you walk into a crowded room or jump onto a Zoom call. It means leading with a clear, positive intention rather than just reacting blindly out of stress. And above all, it means fostering healthy, transparent communication. These aren't massive, multi-million-dollar structural overhauls. They are intentional, deeply human shifts that can completely alter the energetic reality of a workplace.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to really reflect on today. Every single workplace has energy. Whether you are a CEO, a mid-level manager, or a brand new team member on day one, you are contributing to it right now. So the real question is, what kind of energy are people carrying home after working with you? Are they going home to their families feeling depleted, stressed, and heavy? Or are they going home feeling respected, purposeful, and alive? The choice and the energy is entirely in your hands.